Welcome to the course Literature 101, which is Philippine Literature. I want you to look at the pictures and answer the question. Why do you think you need to study Philippine literature?
From the first picture, which is the old form of writing system in the Philippines, the preservation of our ancient literature can now be handed to the present generation, and from there students will be able to give recognition to our Filipino writers like Jose Rizal.
Another reason of studying Philippine literature is for us to develop love for reading and be familiar with Filipino writers who contributed a lot in the field of literature. Also, through reading, we can be able to see the details on how the story goes, how the author's imagination play in the story, and how effective the message is conveyed. From the contributions made by Filipino writers in the field of literature, it can be developed within us the pride of being a true Filipino. Filipino writers are also known all over the world, and their works are also recognized internationally. That is why we need to know them and follow their footsteps. Maybe if are interested in writing different forms of literature, aside from recognition and awards given to writers, there is also monetary gains in writing. This could be a profession that you could engage in the future. The different pencils can be used as a means to put your ideas into poems, essays or short stories. I hope that you are enlightened with the reasons why you need to study Philippine literature. However, studying literature is not easy. There are some barriers in the study of literature. Would you like to identify some of these barriers? One of the barriers could be the language used. Some of the Filipino writers use the language they are comfortable with. Some use their mother tongue, some use English, and other make use of Tagalog. The understanding of how the reading text is written would be a problem because of the individual level of comprehension on a language used by the writer. If it is written in English, and the reader is not well versed in that language, he or she might get a different meaning from what he or she has read. Another one is the connection of the writer to the reader. How do writers make connection? Making his or her ideas get across to the reader is not that easy. The style or manner of presenting ideas or events need to be done skillfully to sustain the interest of the reader to continue reading it. The good choice of words, and the appropriate words used to help readers visualize what is happening in the story would help in establishing connection with the readers. Moving on, what are the values do we get from studying literature? First, we benefit from the insights of others, but the question is how? We do believe from the ideas of others because we do have the same thoughts and make a stand on it because of the affirmation made by a writer. Also, when we are confused, writers would make us clarify things by providing us the consequences if these are the things that we need to do, just like in the story. We can also see ourselves as others do. We can explore other cultures and beliefs. We can experience the cultures and beliefs of others. We can also refine our judgment by analyzing the events. And we can appreciate the contributions of literature to history and enhance our mastery of language as well. For your next activity, I would like you to define what literature is by using the initial letter of the word literature to describe it using a word, a phrase or a clause. You should be able to define it comprehensively after doing it in 5 minutes with your group mates. Form a group now with 4 or 5 members. Go. Think of a unique way on how are you going to share your output in class. For our rubrics: completeness or accuracy of the definition 10 points. Uniqueness of the presentation 10 points. 100% group participation 5 points. For a total of 25 points. Think of a unique way on how are you going to share your output in class. For our rubrics: completeness or accuracy of the definition 10 points. Uniqueness of the presentation 10 points. 100% group participation 5 points. For a total of 25 points.